Luke Shaw stopped to speak to the cameras after Manchester United's 1-0 defeat, and he opened up quite passionately about what is going on at Manchester United. Luke Shaw was the culprit that sealed United's 1-0 defeat, unfortunately handballing after a corner which he says should never have happened because the foul that he conceded was never a foul, in his own words. "I never touched him," he shouted to the referee as the referee blew the whistle and subsequently booked the player for dissent. Luke Shaw rued Manchester United's wastefulness in front of goal following the 1-0 defeat on Thursday evening. Alexis McAllister struck the dramatic 99th minute penalty to seal all 3 points for the Seagulls. Although United had been under the cosh in the latter stages of the contest, they had created a collection of good chances to punish Brighton at the other end, particularly in the first half. Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes were all guilty of spurning good opportunities. And it was their lack of killer instincts in front of goal that, in the eyes of Luke Shaw, cost Manchester United dearly, with the left-back turned centre-back, highlighting the Reds' ongoing failure to put opposing teams to the sword when chances present themselves. He said, "I know the problem, and we know the problem. The problem is that we don't score. In the first half, we had 3 or 4 big chances that we should be scoring from, and I think that has happened a lot of times this season. But then again, when you look at the other side, it comes down to my mistake at the end. But I think with the chances that we had, we have to be scoring goals, and the game would have been completely different if we had taken our chances that we did make." United have struggled to score throughout the season, highlighted by their current goal difference of just +9, which does take into account the 7-0 hammering at Liverpool earlier in the season. Erik ten Hag's side have scored just 49 goals in the Premier League this season, the lowest tally of any side currently camped inside the top 7. Shaw, on addressing why United are struggling to score goals, continued, "I don't know. Maybe we just aren't clinical enough. I don't really know what else to say. What I did was the total opposite, and I lost us a point in the end. But when you look at the first half, we could have been 3-0 up." Defeat on the South Coast for United will have given Liverpool confidence that they can make a late push for the top 4, despite their pretty terrible start to the season. Following their 1-0 win over Fulham on Wednesday night, Liverpool are now just 4 points behind United, and they can reduce that gap to just a point with a win over Brentford on Saturday. United do, of course, have games in hand over Liverpool, but they count for nothing unless you win them. On the top 4 battle, Luke Shaw said, "I don't think it changes anything. It is still in our hands. We have to kick ourselves from the position we were in because we were obviously very comfortable. But now there is a real chance as teams around us are picking up points. But we still have one game in hand, and it is still in our hands." United, of course, have games in hand or a game in hand over Liverpool at the time of recording. So it is still possible that Man United will comfortably finish in the top 4. But it is getting to the point of squeaky bum time. For more on this story, read George Smith's fantastic piece on the Manchester Evening News. And for every other bit of content on the Manchester Evening News, go to our website, go to our YouTube channel. We're now on TikTok, by the way, Twitter, Facebook, you name it, we're there. And we will see you later on for the Manchester is Red podcast.